Professor Pete here. This week, week 4, we're going to spend some time looking at how we can get different layers on our landscapes. But first off, we have to look at how we build the material. And if you already looked at this video before, this should help you a lot. So right now I've got the landscape material with 2 layer blends, both connecting to the base and to the normal. And then you have the 3 texture samples going from grass, gravel, rock, grass, gravel, rock on the texture sample for the normal mapping. And then we have a landscape coordinator, just to make sure that everything in the coordinate system is all the same. And then we have a roughness. This is a constant. We set this to 1 and put this to roughness so that way it looks rough and doesn't look so shiny. So that's it. So now let's just go ahead and recreate this. I'm gonna go under content. You can go to starter content. You can even create a new folder and make a materials folder. I'm gonna go under starter content and go to materials, and I'm gonna apply a new material here. As you can see, there's already some stuff, but I'm going to right click, make a new material. And I'm just gonna call this landscape. And from here, I'm going to double click on it, and that'll bring up the material editor. And there we have our material. And so I'm just gonna go and right click, type in layer blend. And it's a landscape layer blend. So we need to go up here, double click on it. When we do that, we need to add 3 more in total arrays. And we just click on this one, hit the arrow. And this one is called grass. Second one is called gravel. And the third one is called rock. I'm going to Control C, Control V, copy paste. So that way we have 2. One goes to the base color, the other one goes to the normal. And now we can apply our texture samples. And apply it to the grass, gravel, and rock. So right click, you can pan around, and I'm going to Control C, Control V. So we have all 3. And select all 3 here, Control C, Control V, and those can drag them down here pretty easily. So the top one is going to be, and go over here, type in grass. Now you're going to need the starter kit. Now if you don't have the starter, this isn't going to show up. You can import textures if you want, that's fine, but I've already got some ground grass. D stands for diffuse, and that goes to the grass. This one here is gravel. So we can have a few different ones. I'm going to use this one. Apply this to the gravel there. Again, you don't have to use my exact same textures. And the third one's going to be rock. I have a few rocks here too. There's ground reveal rock. Okay, I decided to switch for this rock sandstone, but again, go ahead and link that there. And then we'll go ahead and do the same for the normals. And again, going to rock. I have a lot of rocks here since I imported some models. And there's a sandstone. Again, I'm going to put this grass, gravel, and rock layer. Then we need a landscape coordination. So there's the landscape coordinates, and that goes to the UV for all of them. So I'm just dragging them in to each area. Make sure it does go over the words. so you don't have any issues with connecting them. And then we want a constant, so right click. And constant can be 0, 1. Just click here, set it to 1, because we want to apply this to the roughness. You can also apply it to the specular metallic if you want to. But go ahead and apply, and then you should be able to see that the material looks rough. And because there's 3 layers, it's going to come out as black. Don't worry about it. We're now going to take this material and now paint over our landscape. Okay, so I'm going my Unreal and I've got my new environment, and I went ahead and went and typed in landscape here to put in the landscape into the material for landscape. And then from here we have to do a couple of things. So we go to the landscape, and you'll see that when we do that, you'll see under paint that the layers are already here. But we got to create some layer info and set it to weight normal. Just set it to the defaults there. We'll do the same weight, blended, layer, normal, and we'll do the same for the rock as well. So then from here we're ready to go. We just select on whatever layer we want to paint in, and it paints it in automatically. So you can see there's different options here. The brush size and the strength can drag a little more. The strength, the brush size, and start painting it in ground there in the pathway. And here's the rock. The fallout is also quite useful. Increase how much fall off is around, but there we've got it going. Under the smoothing options, we can also smooth, and it's based on where you click. So if you click towards the center of the texture and drag, you'll see that it creates a much similar density. Same with smooth. As you click and drag, you'll see that it stays the same, and the smooth will just kind of create something in between there. Noise could be useful too, depending, but it makes it more patchy. It's just kind of random. It patches around. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Once you put the texture into the landscape material, you can then add the weight information, and you can use the different tools in the paint, from brush size, the brush fall off from 0 to 1, if you want it really tight, and the different types of brushes from paint all the way through. So that's it. That's all I wanted to cover. Hopefully you can find this useful, and yeah, press repeat out. See ya in the next video. Keep learning.